If you look around the world today, it's easy to get caught up in news cycles and the debates and all the other political fun stuff. But I want to stop and highlight one of the most profoundly positive and frankly revolutionary trends that's happening right now: the, the democratization of mental health care through technology. For decades, getting professional help was a logistical nightmare. You had to worry about geography, transportation, childcare, missing work, and of course the stigma of walking into a clinic. Today, that is changing fundamentally, thanks to two things working together, and that is digitization and telehealth. This isn't just a pandemic pivot, it's a permanent shift that's quietly rewriting the rules of access, making care more equitable, more immediate, and less intimidating for everyone. So let's dive into this positive trend and see how it's working. And remember, if you'd like to see more videos about Perspectives of Jerry, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below and see if there's anything that you'd like me to work on. The most significant positive impact of telehealth is that it's solving the access crisis in mental health. For millions of people, a lack of access wasn't about insurance, it was about distance, time, and privacy. Think about someone living in a rural area, the mental health desert. Before telehealth, finding a specialist might mean driving 3 hours round trip, taking a full day off of work, and spending significant money on gas and travel. Well, now, with a stable internet connection, you can connect with a specialist, maybe an expert on trauma or specific anxiety disorders, regardless of whether they are across town or across the country. This is a game changer for underserved communities, and it's why mental health visits are consistently reported as having the highest rate of telehealth usage compared to other medical specialties. The moment you remove the windshield in the waiting room, you remove a very huge barrier. A fascinating concrete statistic showing this positive impact is the reduction of no-show rates. Clinics that implemented telehealth saw a significant drop in missed appointments. Why? Well, because it's easier to log onto your laptop during your lunch break than it is to rearrange your entire day. This vastly improved consistency in care leads directly to better patient outcomes and more efficient use of the provider's valuable time. The second massive positive is the erosion of the stigma that has surrounded mental health care for so long. Telehealth offers something that traditional office settings simply cannot: unprecedented privacy and comfort. For many, the physical act of walking into a mental health clinic, even a beautiful one, feels like a public admission of vulnerability. When you use telehealth, you attend your appointment from the safest, most comfortable place you know, your own home. You can sit on your couch, have your pet nearby, or be in the quietest room that you choose. The physical comfort translates into psychological safety. It allows people to open up faster, share more deeply, and engage with therapeutic processes more authentically. For sensitive issues like PTSD or trauma, having that sense of control over the environment is a powerful therapeutic in and of itself. Telehealth normalizes the experience. You're not going to a shrink's office. You're taking a video call. In a society where we're constantly on Zoom, Teams, FaceTime, a therapy session just becomes another part of the digital routine. This blends into our regular digital lives, Let me try that sentence again. This blend into our regular digital lives helps us to quietly but effectively destigmatize the act of seeking help. A positive impact of digitalization extends far beyond simple video conferencing. The real revolution is in the tools and data that technology now puts directly in the hands of patients and providers. We're talking about the explosion of mental wellness apps. While not a substitute for therapy by any means, apps offer instant, low barrier support. If you have an anxiety attack at 2 a.m., you don't have to wait for your next appointment. You can access the guided meditations, breathing exercises, or cognitive behavior therapy, CBT, modules right there. This is a huge win for proactive and preventative care. It teaches people concrete coping skills and gives them the tools to manage their emotions before situations reach a crisis point. Now, let's look at the provider side of it. Artificial intelligence isn't replacing therapists, but it's taking on the administrative burdens. AI powered tools can help with scheduling, billing, clinical documentation, and even analyzing session notes on the spot to spot subtle patterns a human might miss. This efficiency allows providers to spend less time on paperwork and more time focused on patients. A happier, less burned out provider is a better provider, and that's a positive trend for the entire health system. Wearable technology and passive monitoring tools used with patient consent can also gather data on sleep patterns, heart rate variability, and movement. This data, when integrated with telehealth platforms, gives a provider a richer, objective picture of the patient's well being outside of a 50-minute session. This leads to treatment plans that are far more precise and personalized than ever before. Side note, I love my wearable. This thing only comes off when I have to charge it or have to shower. And thanks to the advanced app I have for Fitbit, it tracks pretty much everything that I needed to, sleep patterns mostly. The final entirely positive element of this trend is the changing in the policy landscape. During the pandemic, governments and insurance companies temporarily dropped many restrictions on telehealth, and what they found was that it worked and it saved money. Now those temporary changes are becoming permanent. We're seeing legislative moves to ensure cross-state licensing for providers and to guarantee pay parity for telehealth services. This institutional buy-in secures the future for accessible care, ensuring that the progress we've made doesn't get rolled back. The focus is now on fixing the remaining digital divide, ensuring everyone has the broadband access necessary to participate. This is the equity of challenge of our time. The story of telehealth is fundamentally a story of hope for human ingenuity. By embracing digitization, we've taken mental health care out of the shadows and placed it squarely in the light, on the screen, in the comfort of our own homes. It's a trend that stands for accessibility, privacy, efficiency, and, most importantly, equality. We're not just treating illness. We are fostering a culture of proactive well-being where asking for help is as simple as clicking on a link. And that, in my perspective, welcome to Perspectives of Jerry, is one of the greatest, most positive shifts of our time. So, what are your thoughts on telehealth? Have you experienced these benefits firsthand? Let me know in the comments below. And, as always, if you found this perspective insightful, please hit the like button and subscribe to Perspectives of Jerry for more subjects. Until next time, my friends, take care of your mind and keep the connection strong.